Hey, what's up my crypto fans? So in today's video, we're going to go over what has been happening in the crypto market. Everyone is in super bullish mode. Bitcoin's flying to the moon on 33,000. It broke that 30 resistance. Everyone's saying it's down to the ETF news, the leaks, the black rocks. We've got crypto YouTubers flying out of the rocks and the woodworks at a rate of knots, and everyone is seeming so that the bear market is in the past. But is that really the case? Well, in today's video, we're going to look at what is Bitcoin doing and two altcoins that I think are going to absolutely stonk it in the bull market. And as an added bonus, I'm going to go through a trade that I made today that left me with enough altcoins to see me prime my position ready for that bull market. So if you want to know all that cool stuff and more, stay tuned and let's go crypto. So for those of you that are new to the channel, I'm Christian and this is Crypto OG, where I'll give you all the news, reviews and overviews, yes, in the crypto, DeFi and sometimes NFT space. And for those of you that also know how this stuff rolls, especially within the UK, anything you see, hear or choose to ignore is not financial advice. It is just me being nice. And I am just showing you what I'm doing in crypto. So with all that being said, let's have a look at what's on the hot news at the moment. It is Bitcoin. So let's jump straight into Bitcoin's chart. So here you can see Bitcoin has had an absolutely mammoth run. Now you can see here that it reached highs of 35,000 and is kind of retracing back down now to the 33. But look at where Bitcoin's been trading over these past few weeks. It's been all the way down in the kind of mid 20s range, and we've been waiting for this gradual kind of a bit of pump sideways before we see this breakout of this kind of D line, which has been in there since way back around here that we couldn't break, and we've seen to have got through it. So this has obviously genuinely caused a lot of the altcoins to run as well, although everything seems to be around Bitcoin. But what does that mean for you? What is it that we're going to look at? Well, I've been investing into major altcoins while the bear market has been in full swing. Now, obviously, if you've watched the channel, you'll know I'm a big fan of Link. Now, Chainlink has had a massive pump, and it went all the way up to $10, $11. Now, if you watch my channel, you'll know that I trade anything below $6 to me on Chainlink is an absolute bargain. So when you're dollar cost averaging in, you would have had all of this ample, nearly a whole month of opportunity to buy yourself into Chainlink. And as you can see, the way Chainlink's been trading since all the way back in April, which is around here, it's not really been doing a great deal. But when you get to, like I say, Chainlink trading below $5, which we did, and if we have a look where we're buying in at and to where it went, you're looking at nearly 86% of your money. Now, we're supposed to be in a bear market. Obviously the Bitcoin halving's not here, and of course we're not in the bull run yet, but we're having altcoins that are producing 86%. Now, if we have a look at what's going on in the whole market as a whole, we've got all the stock market seems to be in panic. We're meant to be in a recession. Everything's down, but people are looking to crypto to see as a safer place. Now, crypto is meant to be the money laundering, the scandal, the kind of all the FUD and FOMO. But for me, the big institutions are looking at the likes of Bitcoin because it has outperformed everything. Why everything's going down, the bonds, the kind of S&P 500 is not doing that great. You look at Bitcoin and boom, you can see it's flying to the moon. But for me, even more than that is Chainlink. And I've always been a big fan of Chainlink, and I've always known that it is a slow burner. Yes, you're going to put your money in. It's not an exciting altcoin, but it is consistent. If you want one of them ones that are going to be a replen that consistently give you returns, then Chainlink's always the one. Now, also in the news, you'll know why Chainlink's having a nice little pump as well, is it because it's teaming up with Vodafone. So it says Vodafone Samento team up with Chainlink to explore trade document network. Now, this is obviously great news. Now, is this designed by the market makers? It might be. Here it says Vodafone Digital Asset Broker DAB has joined Chainlink network as a node operator after completing a proof of concept with Japanese trading and investment company Cementimo for exchanging trade documents across platform. And it's in a 32 trillion trade ecosystem, Vodafone said. Now, this obviously with the news that Bitcoin's breaking out and this kind of news that's going on alongside with Chainlink, obviously this is the result of that. So yes, I was super buzzing when I seen Chainlink today just trade all the way up here and start filing these areas. I was absolutely over the moon, because I'm going to show you one of my trade accounts in a second, but the two biggest assets that I was kind of trading in at the moment was Link and HTR Hather. Now, if you have a look at where HTR went today, you can see it absolutely shot to the moon. Now, if you have a look where we're trading Hather right down here in the kind of 3s or 6s, and I'm going to show you this in my trade account in a second, you're kind of buying up these ranges, dollar cost averaging, taking little pumps here, taking little pumps there. But look at this all the way up there. It's not as good as Chainlink, but it's another 46%. And this makes mammoth differences, because in the bear market, we're only trading marginals and fractions because we don't want to expose ourselves too much. But when you're kind of dollar cost averaging in these kind of down spirals here, so here you would have been like sort of collecting off the weekends and selling a little bit back to the things, because everyone that watches this channel knows I love my 10% pump. And time after time, we're getting 7, 8, 9%, but we're absolutely stonking it here. So this is why I think these two altcoins have always been consistently doing this kind of work for me. Another one's VRA, but for me, I missed this one because obviously VRA had already had its massive pump back here. So VRA sort of led the party early. So for those of you that again that would have followed the channel would have seen that we got in VRA early. So I didn't have a lot of exposure. Now, if we go to my trade account Qcoin, hopefully you can see this. This is where you can see I've still got a bit of HTR, because, and I'll tell you why that is, and I'll go into the account in a second, is because HTR is not one of them coins where there's a lot of kind of liquidity flowing. There's not a kind of lot of buying and selling action. So for me to cash out the large quantities that I did of HTR today, it did move the candles a lot. So why HTR was up there, I was kind of selling it in chunks. Now I cannot put a big order in to sell, and I'm talking, I'll be honest with you, I had over $35,000 worth of HTR that I cashed out today, because obviously I'd made nearly double my bubble on it. Do you know what I mean? Because, well, I'd say from when I brought it right down in the 3s, I'll probably be about 45% up. Now that mixed in with the Chainlink you can't see on here because I sold it, and I've got another one in Binance, is put me in an absolute banger of position, because obviously I've still got some of the HTR. I'll show you I've got another sell order in there, but look at the stable coins now I've accumulated. It's been able to give me 3.78 for the Bitcoin, which is just shy of $128,000. It's 127,600. But that's put me in an absolute banging position, because as I'm predicting, and again, not financial advice, just me being nice, what I think we're going to start, because of all this big pressure of Bitcoin up here, we're going to start seeing people cash in, and we're going to start seeing this come down now to test the 30k mark. So this is going to give me a great opportunity to, you see my trade coins here, to buy into these things. So that's why I'm bringing it to you, to the channel. That's why I'm looking at the likes of Link. That's why I'm looking at the likes of HTR and VRA. 8 coins doing absolutely shite at the moment, although we had a massive kind of up rally here from this to this. We're talking about 21%, but that's just in line with everything. But Ape's a sleeping giant at the moment, because this is on a fire sale. But for me, HTR is had its pump. You can see there from my account that we cashed out. I've still got about $4,000 there, nothing really. I've got 748 in orders that didn't cash out. That bit there that didn't cash out is just what was left over. And obviously all of this now has gone into my stable coins, and then obviously I'll look to reinvest in my favorite coins once they start hitting my lows, because although we've had a good pump and it's given me a lot of opportunity, I do think we'll start seeing some kind of lows. And there's a lot of good coins I want to get in. Matic's another one. Gala I've already invested a lot in, but obviously I've taken a lot of tokens off the table. So I just wanted to share all that cool information with you. Again, don't just dive into it. Do your own research. Obviously, you have to, like they say in everything in trading, buy the rumor and you sell the news. Everyone's sort of like looking at this to say, okay, if we look at what's going on in the crypto market space on CoinMarketCap, you'll see everything is super green at the minute. So we're up 4.5, like 1.24 trillion. You can see the fear and greed index is going into greed. Everyone's getting a bit excited. You'll see an abundance of kind of good candles here. But lastly, I just want to leave you with this final thought of, gets underestimated a little bit, but for me is also super important, is Shiba. Now, Shiba Inu sees over 2,000% rise in whales' appetite amid crypto market price boom. Now, this is a whale's absolute favorite. Now, for me, I think SHIB's going to do really well. And I always like to nick a bit of SHIB when it's super low. Now, because of the hype, the FOMO that SHIB gets, it does seem to be one of them coins that people think SHIB's at its day. But because of, if you look at on-chain analysis, because the whales and the crypto whales love it, and I'm going to be honest with you, they do like to manipulate it, SHIB has always been a favorite for me. So when I see SHIB right down in the super low areas, and I mean, where we talk about SHIB like down, I've not actually got it on here, but I'll get it. It does outperform another fan favorite, Dogecoin and stuff like that. You see the little dancing Doge down there. But for me, SHIB is a sleeping giant. Now, when SHIB gets to them low levels, now on here, if I just go back quickly, I'm trying to get through this as quick as I can. If we go to SHIB's things, you can see it had a massive influx here. But if you have a look at SHIB going all the way down, it was really low volume and a fire sale. Now, the road ahead, they say the lingering questions surrounding a casual relationship between whale movements and price movements continues to dominate the discussions with the crypto community. Now, go over to Bitcoinist. So go over to Bitcoinist and do have a look at the Shiba thing if you're a big fan of Shiba, because we're going to see, look, the burn rate of the Shiba Inu market performance, and you can see a decent upstick of 308%. Now, this to me is absolutely mammoth, and this is why I always love Shiba Inu. Now, I know you've got the Doge Army fans out there, and obviously if you look at my coins here, we have got Shiba Inu here. If you have a look at where SHIB was all the way down, right down here. Now, if you have a look when SHIB goes on a rally, even in a bear market, we're looking from these areas to these areas here, there's 74%. And even when it comes down and has these nice little pumps, if you're even, you don't have to put thousands in like me, just a couple of hundred or what dollars. These 10-12% are absolutely vital for you to stack and put onto your portfolio. So then obviously once you're cashing into all your stable coins like you are here, you need this kind of thing, because in a bear market, if you have this kind of stable coins to invest, you're going to at least 5 to 10x this, if not more. If you're good at trading and you know the way the market goes, you could 10-15x this in the next bull run, which is absolutely 1.5 to 1.6 million just off this account alone. If you had this, and this account started with less than $29,000. So for me, it is important to take these small wins early on. I hope you found this video super informative, but also remember, you have to make sure you do your risk appetite, you have to make sure you dollar cost average, and you have to make sure that you do follow every bit of advice you can. Don't fly into this thinking you're going to be rich and when's a Lambo, because it is not going to be like that. The crypto game is ruthless. You will lose a lot of money if you don't know what you're doing. So make sure that you follow advice that you're given, and you make sure that you do your own research and due diligence, but also make sure that you're happy with what you're investing in. You may or may not get back. So until the next video, as we always say on Crypto Ripto, trade smart, trade safe, and don't get rich.